Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, let us see the Boolean functions using multiplexer problems. So always remember, when you are learning new concepts, try to go simple to the complex, known to the unknown. So first, let us see the multiplexer definition. We are not going to see the multiplexer in depth, but just we are going to see the definition and the operation. So multiplexer is nothing but binary controlled multi-positional digital switch. That means there are a multiple input lines and always we are connecting one of the input line to the output line based on selection lines. That is nothing but it has 2 power input lines and n selection lines and one output line. Always a multiplexer will have only one output line. Coming to the operation, it selects one of the digital input signals based on the selection lines or control lines and forwards to a single output line. It is also called as data selector, as it is selecting one of the input signal and connecting to the output, so you can call it as a data selector. So let us understand the definition. First let us take the IO lines. So as per the slide we mentioned, there are 2 power n input lines and n selection lines and always one output line. Let us consider n equal to 2. So that means we are considering 4 input lines, 2 selection lines and 1 output line. In order to represent block diagram of multiplexer, always you have to remember one point, that is the size of multiplexer can be written as input lines cross output line. So here the example is 4:1 mux. So 4 input lines, 2 selection lines, 1 output line. Let us give the Boolean variables for these lines. For input lines I0 to I3, for selection lines S1 and S0, output is Y. So now let us see how it is operating. It selects one of the digital input signals based on the selection lines, that is S1 S0, and forwards to a single output line, that is Y. So consider S1 S0 combination because it is a digital. Please here all of you please remember, whatever this I0 to I3 and S1 S0, all these are Boolean variables. That means either they can have values value 0 or 1. So S1 S0, because you have 2 variables, you will be having 4 combination, out of which the very first combination is 0 0. So whenever S1 equal to 0 and S0 equal to 0, the multiplexer is going to select I0 and connecting to the output. Thus the output is becoming I0. For the second combination, S1 equal to 0, S0 equal to 1, that means the multiplexer will select I1 because this 0 1 combination is nothing but in normal this binary, this decimal equivalent is nothing but 1. So I1 is selected and output is becoming I1. Next combination is 1 0, that is indicating 2, so that means second line will be selected and connected to the output, thus the output is becoming I2. And the last combination is 1 1, so I3 will be selected, output is connected to Y equal to I3. So this is the simple operation. So now let us get the Boolean expression or function for this Y. For that, so first Y is nothing but, as we have seen just now, it is either equal to I0 or I1 or I2 or I3 based on S value. So that is nothing but Y is a function of S comma I. So Y equal to I0 if S equal to 0, just now we have seen. So similarly whenever S equal to 1, that is Y equal to I1, so on, and if S equal to 3, Y equal to I3. So whenever I say S equal to 0, that means the combination is 0 0. So for 1 0 1, for 2 1 0, and for last 3 is S1 equal to 1 and S0 equal to 1. So now in order to write down the expression, just you have to replace the AND symbol with the dot, and in SOP form S1 equal to 0 indicated by the variable as S1 dash and S0 equal to 0 is S0 dash. So similarly the next combination is S1 equal to 0, so that means S1 is dash, and S0 equal to 1, that is normal form, so it will be S0 only, and is replaced with dot. Similarly the next one and the next one. So now you can replace the R symbol, R with the plus operator. So now everything is replaced with plus. So then the final equation is y equal to I0 S1 dash S0 dash bar plus I1 S1 bar S0 plus I2 S1 S0 bar plus I3 S1 S0. So instead of writing bar, I am using just a dash over here. Nothing has changed. So now let us take one example to understand the problems, how to do the problems. But before that, let us summarize what we have seen. Always if you have a multiplexer, first you need to know the number of input lines and you need to know the selection lines. Then you can write down the expression like this in terms of selection lines and input lines. Okay. So now here one key point is whenever I0 is selected, whenever I0 is selected, so that means S1 S0 will be in the dash dash form. So that means whenever S1 equal to 0, S0 equal to 0, then only I0 will be selected. Similarly, look at I2. What is the expression of like I2 term? S1 and S0 dash. So that means I2 is nothing but in binary is represented with 1 0. So S1 is 1. So that means in normal form. S0 is 0. So that is in the dash form. Okay, I hope you got this. So now let us take the example. So this is the example is given. So what has changed? The multiplexer is given as same 4:1 marks. The input lines are same I0 to I3. The selection line variables are changed to A, B. So that means now you need to replace this S1 and S0 with A and B respectively. Okay. So this is one kind of example. If the input variables are replaced with some values. So for our general understanding purpose, always we are considering the variables. But when you come to real time, these variables are nothing but some values are coming over there. So if I consider the values are like this 10001, 1001. So that means I need to replace I0 with 1, I1 with 0, I2 with 0 and I3 with 1. So if I substitute like this, I will be getting this expression. Please see, if 1 is there, I am writing as it is that product term. If 0 is ANDed, the product term will be eliminated because the value will be 0. So that you are getting A bar, B bar and AB. So you know what is this expression? This is XNOR gate. So now y is a function of A comma B and the expression we get is A XNOR B. So that means whatever this circuit diagram, whatever this multiplexer configuration you are seeing on the screen, that is nothing but a XNOR gate. So XNOR gate using 4:1 multiplexer. So another example, if I consider the other values, other combination 0, 1, 1, 0, you will be getting the other case, that is XOR. You can see, okay. So 0 term will be eliminated, 1 term will be written as this. So that is A B bar plus A bar B. So this is nothing but XOR gate. So you can try out with other combination because there are 4 input variables. That means 2 power 4, total 16 combinations will be available. For each combination, you will be getting different output function. Okay. So now let us consider the problems how you will be getting on this multiplexer. So let us consider this is the example. One circuit is given. The question is we need to derive the f function in terms of p, q, r. Okay. So let us consider the circuit diagram. First let us write the f in terms of p, q, r. That is general expression we need to derive. So first we are going to write down the general expression in terms of S1, S0 and I0 and I3. Just now we have written the same thing I have written here. So now S1, S0 is connected to P, Q respectively. So that means I need to replace the values and even I0 to I3 are replaced with R0, R1. I have replaced with the all values. That's it. So now 0 term will be eliminated. One term whatever one term will be there, that is written as this. Okay. So now I can take down the Q bar R common in the first 2 terms. So now the value is Q bar R plus PQ. So this is the way to do these kind of problems, deriving the Boolean expressions for the multiplexer or the output expression of the multiplexer in given input values and selection variables. You will be having so much variety, so many variety questions, so much variety of asking regarding this Boolean functions or output functions by using multiplexers. You will be seeing those questions in the coming videos. But let me give one example. So this is one example. This is the example we are going to see in the next video. You need not to frightened by seeing this kind of picture. It is very simple. We need to follow the two things: simple to the complex, known to the unknown. Thank you so much. We will be seeing in the next video.